A forgotten battle in the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars was a conflict filled with countless battles, some well-documented, others lost to time. While many remember famous campaigns like the Battle of Geonosis or the Siege of Mandalore, there were many smaller engagements, missions that had no impact on the war as a whole, but meant everything to those who fought in them. One such mission took place on the remote Outer Rim world of Tavis IV, where the 501st Legion, led by Captain Rex, carried out a high-risk operation against suspected separatist collaborators. Unlike the grand sieges and space battles, this mission was different, a smaller-scale engagement, but one that left a lasting impression on those involved. This is the untold story of Red Harvest. Deployment, a routine. Mission? By this point in the war, the Republic was stretched thin. With so many planets caught in the crossfire, there was growing concern about separatist support hiding among civilian populations. Intelligence reports suggested that the village of Red Harvest was being used as a supply hub for enemy forces, possibly even housing hidden weapons caches. If true, it posed a direct threat to Republic forces in the sector. The 501st was sent in under the command of Jedi General Pong Krell, with Captain Rex leading the ground forces. The orders were clear: search the village, secure any weapons, and eliminate any confirmed separatist threats. On the surface, it seemed like a simple operation, but as the gunships touched down, it became clear that this wasn't going to be a standard engagement. First contact. A tense situation. The 501st approached the village cautiously. It was small, only about 100 people, mostly farmers and traders. At first, there was no resistance. The villagers reacted with fear, confusion, and, most concerningly, an immediate attempt to flee. A small group bolted toward the tree line. Rex gave the order, "Hold your fire! Hold your fire!" But one trooper, CT-7723 Blizzard, panicked, believing they were insurgents trying to escape. He fired the first shot. A villager dropped. The moment that happened, everything changed. Some villagers grabbed weapons, makeshift spears, old blasters, anything they had. Others ran for cover. A few even charged the clones, seeing no other way out. The 501st reacted on instinct. Blaster bolts poured through the air. The village erupted into chaos. The engagement. A battle in the streets. The fight that followed was short, but intense. Red Harvest wasn't a military stronghold, but some of the villagers knew how to fight. Some had combat training, some were former mercenaries, and others had likely seen war before. They didn't go down without resistance. Several clones took hits, nothing fatal, but enough to escalate the situation. In the confusion, Hardcase threw a thermal detonator into a storage hut, believing it to be a weapons cache. The explosion lit up the night sky. At that point, there was no turning back. House by house, street by street, the 501st moved through the village, clearing out hostiles and securing the area. Not everyone in the village had been a fighter. Many had simply been caught in the middle. But in a battle like this, it was impossible to tell friend from foe. Aftermath, a silent victory. By the time the sun set, the mission was over. The village was secured, but it was clear that this had been more than just a simple operation. Of the villagers, only a handful survived. Those who did were taken in for questioning, though most had little to say. Whatever intelligence the Republic had about this place, the supposed weapons caches were never found. The 501st didn't speak much about what had happened. Some saw it as a necessary engagement, a harsh but unavoidable reality of war. Others weren't so sure. But there were no debriefs, no official reports beyond the standard mission log. It was just another battle in a war full of them. For the Republic, The campaign on Tavis IV moved forward. For those who had been there that day, however, Red Harvest would never be forgotten.